Hey everybody, just taking a quick glance to my name. If you're an OG, you know that I came and did the whole thing as Jyunmi number 2 yesterday. But I am Beth Lyons of the Daily AI Show. I have with me Jyunmi Hatcher. Jyunmi, are you excited?
I am. I am. I took a look at some of the early rumor mill announcements, so to speak, and collectively, it seems like because it's going to be a mini dev day or a little dev day, it's probably going to be lots of API announcements, which is always fun, especially if you want to create lots of repetitive tasks, automations, things like that. And then, of course, charge by use and things like that.
Yeah, I have to admit, so we talked about Gemini today and Google. And while I know when you access the APIs, Google's APIs in the cloud, you do pay the regular price for them. But I'm very used to no, I get to use it for free while I'm figuring it out, right? I know OpenAI isn't going to do that, but we can
Hey,
hope.
yeah, I always have the hope that they'll throw in a little API access for us who pay a subscription. Like if they gave us like so many free uses of the API up to a certain point, it's like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
if you're going to use the API this much, then you might want to switch over to that. But yeah, I think a few runs should be included in your base price, or I mean, subscribers are subscribers, right?
Well, we've been talking about Perplexity because we're just giant fans of Perplexity, but that is one of the things that Perplexity offers when you subscribe. You get $5 a month in API credits.
I mean,
Like
yeah, that
the
it
number
can
of
be
people who
done.
use
So
them is like it's almost a toss away, right? Because it doesn't cost you $5 to do the things, and the majority of people aren't going to use $5 every month.
sure, but it's that, hey, I'm gonna set something up, even though my use case is mostly through the interface, through the web, or whatever. But I want to try and automate something. Hey, I have this idea, you know, and not having to go through a whole separate process, or at least give me a little more value for my account, so I keep it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy.
Hey guys.
And hello to Eric, Justin, and CJ in the chat. CJ, we're hoping that your shoveling woes are behind you, but I don't know that that would be. You were in a blizzard, so I hope all is good.
So,
Yeah.
Andy, we've been talking about what we expect or what we're hoping from. What's your prediction?
My prediction is they're tapped out and it's going to be something lame.
Don't hold back, Andy.
Well, it certainly does make for interesting reacts and recaps for sure. Yeah, the worst thing it could be is, here's a little dev day. We're turning on this API and this API. Now we're going to announce Microsoft products.
All right. So there must be some sort of consolation thing if this is the Microsoft commercial. And for people who are not, oh, here we go. No, it's Strawberry Day. Definitely. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. Share.
No volume.
Yes. Damn. Because I did it wrong this time. All right. Here we go. Unmute the tab. The tab is not muted. Oh no. All right. Here we go. Oh, and it's because the gremlins for me in screen share are just nuts. I am
Did you not
terribly
share
sorry.
audio on the share or whatever?
I did share audio, but I am not hearing audio is the thing. Okay. Why? What is happening? All right, I'm opening a new tab that should have audio associated with it. It is there. Clearly it's very strawberry. Somebody, like, find out what they're talking about. Yep. We are definitely oh, they have no audio. Thank you, Andrew. It's not me. It's the OpenAI stream. So that means their mic gremlins came back from last week because they had that a little bit too. I
Okay.
totally
All right.
appreciate.
Well, let's see what we can deduce just from the image.
It's Mystery Science Theater 3000. See,
Right.
now, if you really want APIs to do something,
Yeah.
then yes, they
Yeah.
do. And that's what we
Pull it up.
have to say.
So pull it up. Pull it up. Let's watch them
Oh,
not
I'm
say
sorry. I
things.
thought I was still sharing. There
No,
we go.
no.
Oh, I'm mirroring her hands.
Okay.
So
All right. Strawberries?
that's
Yes.
just how it's happening
Reindeer. Okay.
because APIs are, you know, A, P, and Is. And so what do you think, Reindeer Man?
I think let me show you a quick demo of what we've been working on. So all of you devs out
Judy
there.
just announced that they are creating a lip reading tool.
That's a good one, Judy.
That's amazing.
Okay. So obviously, something about processing documents. Taxes is always a pain in the butt for everybody. So what they're going to do is they're going to pull in these tax
Unstructured
documents.
data, they're going to structure data from images.
There we go. All right. I see a little AI assistant there. North Pole chat playground. Okay. You're all right. Let's see what else we got. Yep. Okay. So the assistant's going to come back with
The answer,
of
the taxes, the
so
adjusted
now they're
gross
breaking
income.
down individual things while
This
it's
is your
processing.
adjusted gross income.
Yeah.
$42,625.
All right. Now let's see if
43,000.
the assistant was able to read that and pull up that information for us. And oh no, now they just broke it down. Damn. I was like hoping
Okay,
that
breaking
we'd
news
get the
from
timing on that.
OpenAI today.
There we go.
Oh, the reindeer antenna aren't broadcasting correctly.
Oh, yes.
You know what? That's it.
Huh.
That's
They're
it.
too young to understand that you have to position the antenna in the right place.
Okay, well, I'm going to go. Do you have the link to that feed? I'm going to try a different path
It's
to it.
OpenAI. It's youtube.com/OpenAI, and it's under their log tab. Now they're going to harvest all our tax data,
Of course.
according to the chat. Yes.
But if you do it through the API, that's not recorded, right?
Hey, I feel like Mad should come to the show today because clearly we need a little bit more entertainment. I think it's hilarious that OpenAI thought that Dev Day needed taxes, right? Like, could you maybe
Okay.
have a less exciting
So
thing?
I have audio.
All
I
right,
You have audio?
Yeah.
excellent. Hide
All right.
mine. Will you share
Reload
your?
the stream and we'll see if.
All right.
So everyone, how are we liking our gremlins, right? Tech demo all the way. Yeah.
It's because it worked. It's because it worked in the show today. So we used our
So now
demo
it's there.
credits.
Okay, so Andy got audio. After you reloaded, Beth, are you getting audio now?
I am getting no audio, and I took it so long. I reloaded Chrome. I mean, it's like a totally new.
All right.
thing.
Andy, you're watching it right now. Can you share your screen?
A second.
This is one of the most confusing music videos ever.
Okay, you want me to stop?
No. Go ahead. Keep sharing, and then Beth can bring up the share.
Okay.
Okay, is there no audio going through?
There's
the
no
share
audio
now?
coming. Nope.
Even through Andy's share?
I'm not hearing any. Are you?
I'm not.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing it.
Oh, that's crazy. All right.
Okay.
Nothing?
So maybe the gremlins are Talk Studio as well. OpenAI. Come on.
Okay, here's the audio.
You're just playing us now. Because I'm not hearing it. All right, let's see.
Can you hear my audio now?
No.
Locations and reasons. And so, yeah, this is super helpful when you're building kind of rich, featureful applications.
All right.
We just showed you a quick demo, but demos are really not enough to give you the full story. We actually run internal evaluations, which are like tests.
Okay.
To see how our features
Beth, go ahead and add my share and see if it comes through.
Yep.
Because it's really important for developers. We ran some evals for API use case. So I'm going to show you a few of these.
I'm not hearing your audio either.
Wow. Okay, that's our streaming service, everybody.
Okay, but keep your thing going because.
And this actually includes both halves of function calling.
Can you hear
calling
my
the right
phone?
function when you should, and not
Yes, I
calling
can hear your phone.
You can also use function calling in conjunction with structured outputs.
Okay,
And you can do
that is disturbing because I can't hear my stuff and your
Speaking of
stuff.
structured
So
outputs,
I'm going to stop my
also
stuff.
significantly better on this eval.
But that was
Means
the
model
video that we
does a
were watching
better
that made
job
this
following
work.
the format. So we'll take it less off
Sorry.
distribution when we constrain it. Next is coding. Everyone's always talking about coding. Livebench is an open source coding eval, and we're excited to see that O1 performs, much better than O1 preview and 4.0 in this eval. That's a huge jump. Yeah, and then finally we have AV. And on this eval, you can see that O1 again significantly outperforms O1 preview. But actually, the interesting bit here is that we have on the right O1 with structured outputs. So when building structured outputs, we really wanted to make sure the model performs just as well when using structured outputs as without. So you can see that the reasoning capabilities are maintained even with this feature. So you can use it in
That's funny. I can't hear anything from your speaker anymore, Beth.
My mic.
I can hear you, but I can't hear anything from your phone.
Got it.
So, Beth,
Yes.
is anything coming from your phone? Because I can't hear anything from your phone.
Yes, I am hearing the phone and my mic. It's right up against my mic. I don't know why
Oh.
you're not hearing it.
Weird. Okay.
Anyone in the chat, can you hear the audio?
All right. Well, if anybody's watching the OpenAI stream with us, they're talking about WebRTC right now.
Yeah, sorry, Jimmy, I don't know how to fix this. But OpenAI O1 model in the API access is actually quite lovely. And so that's really exciting. I'll have to see what it says about
Beth, if you're sharing, go ahead and see if they have closed captions on. It's a good idea, CJ.
They don't do closed.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh,
Steve.
they do.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Thank you, Google, because in a previous one, we didn't have closed captions in there
That's
live.
true. That's true. It wasn't on the last time we tried to turn it on.
I mean, that's hilarious that Google has added something for OpenAI's drops, right? Okay.
Also, if the this dev focused one does really interest you, they did say that they're going to do an AMA on Twitter after at
Oh
10:30.
wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
So you can definitely follow up with each of their announcements for today.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so the strawberry shirt, there's like some sub-trolling happening for the strawberry situation because Google's demos also had strawberries referenced, right? Carl was saying that this morning. Yeah, what is happening with the reindeer? I like, do either of you have audio? Because I do not. No.
I don't. Whenever I share my my tab, the audio is not shared, but I can hear it on my side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't hear any of it. So, Mary.
But thank you again, Steve, for just reminding us to try closed captioning.
Right, Greg. Okay, cool. Using the real-time API. Oh, real-time API in the reindeer, but that's just like the tip of the iceberg with all the use cases that you could build. Besides, you could put it on you. No wearable device like glass, cameras and microphones around the house. You can have like context-aware assistants. Like I am so excited for what people build because with this SDK, all you have to do is set your token and set some details about your Wi-Fi, and it connects. Like these are microcontrollers that you can get off from retailer. You plug it in USB, and that's that 30, 30 to 45 minutes building this up. There's no soldering, there's no hardware. Just have those speakers. Super cool, super cool. And we have an update on the API. Number one, we held your feedback on the cost. So if I'm now on GPT, 60% cheaper than before, and will shoot in the API, follow the audio tokens will be 10 times cheaper than the current price. And the second thing is shipping support for our Python SDK on the plane, even easier to integrate. And lastly, we're making some API changes to make it easier for you to use function coding and get Rails. We cannot wait to the kind of application to the right talked about model we talked about API talk about fine tuning customization. That's one of the big like needs developers and they want to customize the models. Own use cases, what do I have? And all fine, but we are excited to announce a new method of fine tuning. Yes, fine tuning available for preference. Now this is exciting. Matt, fine tuning and we'll be using optimization, which is designed to help you create models that align with user preferences, which should hopefully give increased performance where user feedback plays a critical role. So you guys have been shipping like for the best a few months, but had an API fee. Yeah, eventually API. In our API, we have supervised fine tuning, announced reinforcement fine tuning. That's most of our customers, most of our users have been using supervised. Tailor our models for their use, tuning. You provide the exact input model to have. So if you're creating in the user messages, then the exact response, preference tuning, it's a little different.
Yeah, it's definitely definitely not our best our best React.
Thank you,
Bitwise.
Bitwise.
Technical issues, but thank you for all sticking with us, and thank you, Gwyn, for popping into chat, giving us the outline, the bullet points of each feature as it comes out.
Yeah, the lawn.
No, Joel, it's definitely on our side. For whatever reason, when any of us try to share the stream, it will not share the audio, the tab audio with it. It just seems to be a glitch with this studio setup. I don't got no better answer for you. But luckily, we have Beth, whose Madge is reading the subtitles or the closed caption as it's going through. But apparently the audio is coming in through OpenAI now. So if you all want to just watch along, playing your stream
okay, but
there.
this is doing a demo of the preference fine tuning, which is very interesting. Like they've moved. They had 4.0 open for fine tuning, like both full fat and mini, open for fine tuning in I think October and November, or September and October, and I love that they're offering this now for 01. That sounds very exciting.
Gotcha. And did they mention costs or anything like that? Because I know for like all of November and September, they were giving you like 1 million tokens of fine tuning for free. Oh, there we go.
We've given early access to some of our trusted partners. That's not good.
Okay.
Building an AI assistant for financial analysts, and they're using our models to rewrite and refactor user queries, more relevant answers when they couldn't quite get it to perform better than the base model. But for the preference fine tuning, they saw, hey, from 75% on increase, 80%. Super excited to see what other the developers can do with it. Which is why we're actually going to make it available for GPT 4.0 today, supervised fine tuning. So if you're out there and excited to start preference tuning, check out the documentation later today. They say that's awesome, and I agree with them. That's very awesome.
That's true, Madge. Having the same price as GPT-4 as 4.0 for sponsored fine tuning is definitely encouraging. So what are they? Looks like they're going through integration.
Yeah, real-time API seems like Google got the jump, maybe, but now we're back. OpenAI is stepping up too. We show you a few small things. Okay. It's actually hard to do that for you.
Awesome. Thanks, CJ. Thanks, Roger, for checking out on the YouTube side for OpenAI as well. Apparently, people are not getting sound and stuff like that.
All right, so we have OpenAI Java library. And this is your platform welcome page. So they're going to have a new sign up and flow to get an API key. So there's no need to. That's nice. So that so it sounds like you don't need it now, but previously, if you were having trouble getting an API key, you just needed to like prepay $5 or something, even if the thing was free. Sometimes it didn't give it to you until you had some sort of like billing on it. Actually, Anthropic is like that too. So please come and ask us questions on the developer forum. Last, so I have a bad joke. We talked about cool. No, I want to hear the dad joke. You know, like kids only Y was structured outputs on the nutty list. Santa heard it was a schema. All right. So we can reconstruct that that dad joke, having now heard the punchline. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Thank you all. So, yeah, no, that's not stop sharing my screen. Hide on stream, Beth. Hey, we're back. Thank you so much. All right. So, I think the API thing is exciting. And particularly if they've come up with a better fine-tuning process to because 4.0 was fine-tunable previously. It looks like this preference model is a different thing, and that's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, more dials to turn and things like that is always good, especially on the we'll say the crunchy side of AI or AI access through the API. But in terms of excitement and hype, I'm sure there's going to be a clear subset who are really excited about like these three bullet points. Based on what I am seeing on Andy's face, I'm going to say it was meh for Andy. What do you say, Andy?
Well, no, I'm actually very pleased that the real-time voice API, the multimodal API, real-time, has been made much easier to develop using RTC. So previously, you could set up the real-time API using the socket connection.
Right.
But it was much more complicated. In fact, I'm building an application that we're collaborating on here at the Daily AI Show that would use real-time voice. But we've kind of deferred real-time voice for a while, just trying to perfect all the other elements of that application because of all the complexities of actually setting that up and testing it and running it. What he demonstrated today suggests that not only can we add real-time voice to the application that we're building much more easily with RTC and much more reliably with RTC, but in addition, something about this little microcontroller, I'm not sure, he's saying these are available from any retailer. I've never heard what he's talking about, but apparently that enables you to put a microphone in an object. Am I missing this? Like he puts this thing in the object and it has a microphone now. So you could, in your home, you could have these objects that you can speak to, and instead of it being a smart speaker, it would be anything you want it to be.
It's a smart reindeer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all part of the single board computers, and things like that. So there's been lots of microcontroller type devices, but yeah, that was exciting that you could immediately talk to it. There's some stuff if you're interested in the whole single board scene, so to speak. Pi and Hilo just came out with an attachment board that is an AI processor, so like edge AI processing and things like that. So there's a lot of movement in that space as well. So that is interesting. I do want to dive into it. And Andy, let's definitely get together offline and talk about. I'll work on the voice component if you want to continue your work on the.
I will. I'll work on the functionality and somebody else get the voice working.
So is this a way to make your existing smart speakers that are actually dumb at this point in time? Like, can you hook that in? I'm not going to say her name because she's totally going to talk to all of us if I say her name, but could I hook her in? Because Bezos, given tons of money to Anthropic, has not increased the intelligence of my Lady Wiretrap, and I'm starting to get frustrated.
So as long as you have access to the development side, like you can access the hardware, then
you can add
theoretically, yes, right? Because that's what that call is. That's a standardized protocol. So if you have access to that, you could totally turn those devices into it. It also means that you could make your own ring cam for your door. You can try and access the Internet of Things in your in your refrigerator. Let
me add something here, which is, I think, an interesting twist on this, which is they talked about fine tuning. And so you can set up an AI assistant that's been fine tuned for a specific kind of voice and application. And so, when you talk, you can put the little microcontroller in your refrigerator. When you talk to your refrigerator, there's a very smart assistant that is fine tuned to do refrigerator related things. Similarly, if you're in your office and you have an assistant, now you can have some object on your desk that has one of the microcontrollers in it that's always listening and always available to talk to at the level of reasoning and support that O1 provides, right? And that's a lot better than even having a desktop application. Now, it doesn't give you vision, right? So the desktop application, which again, I can't get because my beautiful iMac, 5K, 27-inch, killer 40 gigabyte, it doesn't have an M3 chip or whatever I need.
What you can do though, Andy, is you could run or you could dual boot your machine into Windows and run the Windows desktop version because you have an Intel chip.
Oh, that's right. Okay, thank you. See, Jyunmi, you're so resourceful and you never allow any obstacles to get in the way. That's the kind of persistent and stick-to-itiveness we really admire in this show.
It's all from Beth. It's yes and.
we laugh at the jack of all trades because the saying is jack of all trades, master of none. Jyunmi is jack of all trades, master of many, right? Like maybe all. All right. It's all about the sensors on the path to sentience. Ooh, Greg.
Absolutely, Greg. Absolutely. After we've heard development about tactile sensors, we've heard about smell sensors, olfactory sensors. They're talking about, beyond visual sensors and things like that, and just remapping it to how like animals take in that data and things like that. Edge AI, embodied AI, robots. It's clear stepping stones now. It's not just sci-fi anymore. Just a number of years.
Right. And then what do you call it in sci-fi? Cybernetics, when you replace an existing part with something that's better than it.
Oh, like prosthetics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't prosthetics. Okay. Yeah. So like eagle eyesight, potentially, right? So you have a wider field of vision, you can take in more. There's already There's already robots that are able to lift things, right? With less wear and tear, but also it doesn't matter with wear and tear. I mean, because as a human, you can't literally, it's a big deal to go in and replace your wrist, right? Because you blew it lifting a box. It's like a 5-minute fix to pop the hand off, put the new sensor in, right? Put the new piece in, and then pop the hand back on. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. So yes, I'm flustered. This was actually very cool. And thank you all for hanging with us. We will be back tomorrow with our news show at 10 a.m. Let me put the thing on the screen at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. And we'll be back tomorrow afternoon with another live watch party. 3 more days, right? What do we got? We got maybe Dolly.
Maybe
We got-
Dolly. Maybe
but
maybe
this-
agents. Maybe new
Oh.
model. But if Eric and I are right, tomorrow will be Microsoft ad. Yeah.
Right.
All right. But there's only 3 days, and the last one has to be big.
Oh
and
yeah.
Tomorrow should be big. Or, but like, I mean, like, I don't know. Did Dolly not make the cut now? Inquiring minds want to know.
Maybe they
All
want to wait until Wednesday comes out. Wednesday news comes out because Wednesday is news day. So
Yes, because we do know that we don't know if you're here for the first time. If you are, please like and subscribe. But evidence has shown that several of the AI frontier model companies have listened to the show based on us suggesting something and them coming out with it, right away or maybe several months after. So, so join the whatever. I don't even know how to finish that. Thanks, everybody. And yeah. We'll see you at another live soon.